Today, I will be using a full team of Pokemon based on characters from Paper Mario. Special thanks to Smackaderp for the team idea. If you have an idea for a Pokemon team, be sure to comment below, and I will use it. And if you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. And now, without further ado, let's get right into the battles. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, lovely people. Today I am using a Paper Mario team. I had this suggestion for a while, but I thought I'd save it for when the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake comes out, for good timing. Also, I will say these two battles that I have were really good, so stick around. So, I have this Choice Scarf Mischievous, which outspeeds the Taunting Inteleon. They probably expected me to go for, some kind of status move, like Will-O-Wisp or something. Now, they had a Crocodile in the back that I thought was 100% going to switch in versus me, so I swapped into my Bruxus, anticipating that. Unfortunately, I just get hit with a Snipe Shot crit instead, so that was the wrong call there. But at the very least, I'm also able to outspeed this Inteleon because this Bruxus is also Choice Scarf, so that actually saved my behind. Now, I'm going to swap back into my my Choice Scarf Mischievous. I will say, I also actually made some... I edited this video differently to where it's more like fast-paced, and so a lot of the shots are missing. So hopefully that's better than how I usually edit it. So I'm gonna trick this Skarmory and Choice Scarf, which is nice because Skarmory is a very annoying defensive Iron Defense Body Press kind of spike setting Pokemon, and it's gonna be locked into spikes. Now, of course, this gives them the opportunity to set up 3 layers of spikes, and I knew that my Bruxus was probably going to faint on switching if it set up too many layers, so I just thought I'd switch into it now, especially since they really don't have a lot that they could do versus me. So I'm going to go for the Ice Fang here. Ice Fang can pretty much hit all the Pokemon that they have in the back anyway, so I thought that it was a good neutral move to go versus, and I knew that they probably just want to stay in and set up all their layers, mainly because Bruxus has a lot of good attack. I'm running Strong Jaw on this set. I'm not running the Dazzling ability to stop the priority, but it hits hard, but it's not going to hit a Skarmory hard, I guess. That shows how bulky it is. So they're actually shadows. Damn, they knew I wasn't dazzling. So there goes my Sushi. Now the Mimikyu is actually Life Orb, so I was like, okay, yeah, it's probably gonna be SD Life Orb Mimikyu. It's really scary though because I didn't know if they were running Drain Punch on this or not. So I'm gonna swap in my Probopass versus the Mimikyu. So I'm gonna Terrasilize my Probopass just in case they do have Drain Punch. I wasn't sure because I'm running Terra Water on this Probopass. This is a max health, max special defense Probopass with Iron Defense and Body Press. Now I will say, going forward, if I do multiple Paper Mario teams or even Super Mario RPG or any other Mario games, I won't include Mario in every team because that would be too redundant. I don't want to have Probopass in every other team. So just in case I ever get suggested to do Thousand Year Door or something, which I mean, hey, I would be down for it. That body press just absolutely clobbers the Cacturn, by the way. Holy smoke! So I have leftovers on this as the item. Obviously that Cacturn was definitely expecting me to set up. Maybe it was a special one with Energy Ball. So in comes the Dragalge. It's gonna go for that Sludge Wave versus me. The adaptability hits super hard. I guess I'm good Body Press chip. I didn't really have much on this. I had Body Press, Iron Defense, Power Gem, and Pain Split on this set. So the Dragalge is gonna continue to Sludge Wave me, and I'm gonna go for the Pain Split here. Now, I was like, well, I don't know if they're choice, but these Pokemon usually run Assault Vest. So I might go into my Mischievous on a Sludge Wave, but if they decide to Draco Meteor or go for a Dragon move, then my Mischievous is kind of cooked. But honestly, I was hoping I could swap into another Sludge Wave if they kept going for that, but they do go for the Draco Meteor. So they were conditioning my Probopass, and yeah, there goes my Mischievous. But Mischievous was kind of walled a lot, especially by the Crocodile. I only had a Shadow Ball and Thunderbolt on that. So into my Tornadus, I wanted to threaten the Dragalge with a knockoff, but I ended up going for the knockoff on the Skarmory. No, that's so bad. I also have the Choice Scarf on there. Oh my gosh. So now it's free to set up iron defenses and stuff. That's actually so bad. So into my my Squirtle here for Koops, I think, or is it Cooper? I don't know. I confuse them a lot because of the fact that oh, okay, it's Koops. Anyway, so I'm gonna go for that Hydro Pump. That does so much damage versus the Skarmory, and they go for Iron Defense. Yes, that's actually so good. They I don't know what they were expecting. To be fair, what would you expect from a Squirtle? I'm running a Shell Smash Squirtle, by the way. This has Hydro Pump, Shell Smash, Ice Beam, and Terra Blast Electric. I also just realized I completely got that wrong when I said Koops earlier. It's Cooper. Oh my gosh. So it comes by Gubario for Shroomish. Yeah, Shroomish. Oh my gosh. This is a crazy set. So the Mimikyu goes for the Swords Dance on my swap. That was such a crazy play on their part. So I'm running a Flame Orb Quick Feet set with a Stun Spore and Toxic on this. This is mainly for like to deal like fast status in case I needed it, but the Mimikyu was going to take me out to Shadow Sneak. Now, I knew my Tornadus was probably going to be the win con here because I needed to put it in range of knockoff. I needed it to put itself in range of its own Life Orb so I could take it out with the knockoff. But then, so my Promo Pass is going to go down. But then I was like, well, if I swap in my Squirrel first, they're gonna, they're gonna take me out with the Shadow Sneak, and they're gonna have that thought process that, they probably won the battle here, right? That, this Mimikyu is just gonna sweep all my Pokemon in the end game. There's not really much I could do. So I just sacrificed my Squirrel there just to give my opponent, false sense of security, I guess. This is where things went crazy. So this is my Tornadus set. This set is a physical Tornadus. So far I've only revealed that I'm running knockoff on this. So I'm gonna go for that knockoff and take out the Mimikyu. Like I said, it was a roll before it took out my Mario. It was a roll to take it out. Also, I thought this Pokemon was okay for Lackey Lester just because it's in a cloud. I guess that works. Also Gubario for Shroomish, just because Shroomish is also a mushroom. There really isn't a lot you can base on a Gooba. So this Crocodile, I was worried that it was gonna be running Choice Scarf, but it ends up being Terror Dragon. So I was like, okay, it's probably running like Loaded Dice Scale Shot or something with Moxie because it didn't intimidate me. But I do have Defiant though, just in case they do intimidate me. So I am running an Endure Salakberry Tornadus, which is going to be really good because even though the Crocodile is going to get a speed boost, since Tornadus Incarnate has a lot of speed, I'm actually going to be able to outspeed the Crocodile after this, which is nice. And they also are going to get a defense drop after all of these. Oh damn, that crit! But that crit totally mattered. They're going to get a defense drop after all of these scale shots hit. So I was like, okay, I'm all set up now. Everything just needs to go as planned. So, like I said, I'm running a Salakberry on this, and I'm running Reversal on this, and the Reversal is going to do so much damage, and it's going to take out the Crocodile. Holy smokes. So, Reversal is a move that does more damage the less HP you have, and since I'm at 1 HP, it's going to do the max amount of damage. Now, I also had Acrobatics on this set, because I only revealed Reversal and Knockoff, and that takes out the Dragalge, and all that's left is the Skarmory on very little amount of health, and the Tornadus is gonna go for that Reversal and take out the Skarmory. What a comeback! I was down 4-1 that game, so that was a crazy comeback. I'm super proud of that Tornadus set. Like the video if you enjoyed that. Honestly, I will say though, next week's theme team is not a theme team that anyone suggested, but it's a very special Pokemon theme team that I'm uploading next week. And I will give a subtle hint. It has to do with the fact that it's going to be June 1st next week. Just so keep that in mind if you're excited, because I'm excited for that team. It's going to be really nice. So in this next battle, I had this Masquerain with set up Sticky Web, so that's fun. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to set up the Shell Smash versus it as a Sticky Webs. Should be no problem. So I'm going to go for that Ice Beam versus the Masquerain. I knew that it was more than likely running Focus Sash. My nose was itchy. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to take them all the way down to 1 health with that Ice Beam. I was hoping to get like a freeze, maybe to, avoid my own Focus Sash being taken up. But they're going to go for the Bug Buzz and take me down to my own Focus Sash. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam here and take out the Masquerain, which is nice. So, but the annoying thing, of course, was that my Sticky Webs was up. And I do have Pokemon that are like, I have my Promo Pass that doesn't really care about having its speed dropped, or my 2 Levitator Pokemon in Mischievous and Tornadus. But, like, I knew my Choice Scarf Bruxus was going to be affected, which sucks. Now, I went for the Shell Smash on their Protect, because all these Blazikens, all they like doing is going for Protect and Speed Boost shenanigans. I was very terrified of this Pokemon. I didn't know if it was going to be a Sweeper or, like, a Baton Passer, because I've seen a lot of people using a Baton Pass Blaziken just because, Ninjask isn't in the game to do any Baton Pass shenanigans like it normally does. So that Hydro Pump takes it all the way down to his stash, man. This Squirtle is putting it work. And the Blaziken is just going to take me out with the Blaze Kick. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm at least able to stop the setup from this Pokemon at the very least. So it's going to get another speed boost, and I'm going to go out into my Bruxus here. Now, I was like, well, like if this Pokemon has knockoff, that sucks. But they're gonna go for the protect. I was like, oh, man, all these Blaziken know how to do is protect. They just want to scout. I was wondering what this Blaziken would do if it had like Thunder Punch, if it had like knockoff, like I said earlier, Earthquake. I didn't know what the set was. All I saw was protected Blaze Kick. But then they're gonna be the Baton Pass set. So I was like, okay, they're gonna pass that +3 speed to a 2 cannon here. I was like, ooh, 2 cannon, that's nice. I'm actually using 2 cannon next week, spoiler alert. So I'm gonna flip turn out against the 2 cannon. I was like, well, I don't know what this is gonna do to me. I don't know if it's like Boom Burst or something. So I'm just gonna swap in my Ghost type versus it. It's running leftovers though, so I was like, okay. Like I said, I don't know what this 2 cannon could be running. Outspeed it? What the heck? I outspeed a +3. I outspeed a +3 speed 2 cannon. Man, that just goes to show how ridiculously slow this Pokemon is. It's actually so sad. To be fair, I am Choice Scarf max speed. They might not be running any speed on this, like more of a bulky 2 cannon with max health. But that's still funny that I outsped a +3 Pokemon at +3 speed. So they're gonna be like the Skill Link Bullet Sea set on their 2 cannon. So I was like, okay, well, thankfully I barely lived it. So I'm gonna be able to go for another Thunderbolt and take out the 2 cannon at the very least. But they swap. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. They're gonna swap into their Hisuian Decidueye. This Pokemon could be able to hit me with a fighting move because it has a Scrappy, because I'm a Ghost type. Well, it wouldn't be able to do that if I was a Ghost type, but it has Scrappy and it could hit Ghost types with a fighting move. So I pivoted into my Tornadus here just to take the fighting move or any grass move if we went for that. So the 2 cannon is gonna come in. I assumed they were gonna sacrifice it, so I just went for the knockoff to take out the 2 can and knock off its leftovers. So I was like, okay, that's fine. In comes Dakin the Blaziken though. Now, this was a scary situation because at the HP that I'm at currently, I actually do get taken out by a Blaze Kick. And I did the calculations, and according to the calculations, a max attack Adamant Blaziken's Blaze Kick was going to take me out at that range. And like I didn't want to go for like Endure shenanigans or do anything of the sort, but I did notice that my Bruxish was actually going to go crazy versus the last Pokemon that they had because Psychic Fangs essentially had like no switch-ins on their team. So the Blaziken is going to go for the protected speed boost shenanigans once more, and they're going to Baton Pass the speed again. So I was like, okay, something's going to have to take the wrath of a Strong Jaw boosted Bruxish, and the Lycanroc took so much damage from it, but unfortunately it doesn't take it out, and then they Terrasilize their Lycanroc, so I was like, ooh, this could be pretty dangerous if they're running a Terra Dark, Terra Dark Sucker Punch, but they go for Terra Rock. I was like, ooh, this Terra Rock Stone Edge is going to absolutely destroy me probably, and unfortunately I get taken down in one hit. Oh my gosh, that sucked because like I said, Psychic Fang was pretty much free versus their team. All the other moves I had on that were Flip Turn, Wave Crash, and Ice Fang with Terra Water. Now I'm just gonna revenge KO this with my Mischievous and go for the Choice Scarf, Shadow Ball, and take out the Lycanroc. Oh man, that crit totally mattered. So there goes that Pokemon. So I was like, okay, their Terra is used up. What did I say? I said Terra? What are they doing? So in comes the Ursaluna. Oh my gosh, I am so walled by this Pokemon. It's not even funny. So I swapped in my Shroomish here. I wasn't really sure what this Pokemon would go for. Because obviously it can't really go for normal or ground moves because I have Levitate and I'm also a Ghost type, but it goes for Crunch versus me. Damn it, my Shroomish took a lot of damage. Now, it's funny because we both get burned by our Flame Orbs on this turn, which is interesting. Now, I'm gonna go for the Grass Knot. I have Grass Knot on as my attacking move on this. And oh my god, look at that damage! I do half to Ursaluna. That's a really good chip damage. So there goes my Shroomish. But the thing is, like, this Pokemon was still very, very threatening, especially to my Probopass wasn't running any defense investment, and I knew my Tornadus was probably not gonna take this out in one hit just because of the fact that Ursaluna is such a bulky Pokemon. All I had was like reversal, so I opted to go for the Destiny Bond and take out the Ursaluna. Thankfully, oh my gosh, that was such a good KO. Now, I was still in a very sticky situation because of this Blaze Kick going for Blaze Kick. I didn't really want to swap into my Probopass versus this because of the fact that it could always have close combat in the back, right? I didn't know what its last move was, if it was a setup move for Baton Pass shenanigans or what. And although I could Terrasilize into a Water type, that would also make me weaker to the Decidueye. But I outspeed the Blaziken. I was like, what the heck? It was running no speed on it. Oh my gosh. And the Decidueye, there is no chance that's going to live in acrobatics. So that's going to be the end of both games. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is SkyLaaa. Don't forget to smile, and I will see you all next time.